Good morning, students. Today we will see an activity which proves that water is a poor conductor of heat. We have seen water when heated, after some time the entire water taken in the container becomes hot. This is not due to the conduction of the heat due to water, but we have another method by which water is heated. The method will come to it later on, but now we are going to see that why do we consider water a bad conductor of heat? How can we prove it? So to prove water as a bad conductor of heat, we have to take a tube, a glass tube, to be held tilted. You can see what is the position of the tube. It is not upright, but it has been slightly tilted, and this tube has water inside, and inside this water it is also taken a small cube of ice. So this tube, which is tilted, has got some water inside, and it is also having a small ice cube. Now when water is heated from the top, we are not heating water from the bottom, we heat water from the top. When this water is heated from the top, it is found that only the top layer of water becomes hot and the remaining layer of water remains at the same temperature. And it is also noticed that the ice taken is not melted. Though we know that ice on absorbing the heat melts, but in this case ice remains unmelted, which indicates that heat has not been transferred from the top layer to the bottom layer, only because water is a poor conductor of heat. So this is an activity which proves this. Now the question then comes that how can we heat water, and how does water transfer the heat? Water transfers the heat by another method called convection. So convection is the method by which heat is transferred in liquid and in gases by the movement of the molecules. So in this case the movement of molecules take place, which is responsible for the transfer of heat. We have this example where the heat is transferred by the process called convection. Now for this method you have to take a tube, and this time the tube is taken upright, is held vertically, and it is heated from the bottom. Of course this tube contains water inside. And for the sake of understanding, we have taken the water molecules. So when we heat water from the bottom, it is not the entire molecules of water will become hot at the same time, but it will be the bottom molecule that will first absorb the heat. And after absorbing the heat, this molecule will become lighter, its density will become less, and it is not going to remain at the bottom any long, but it will go at the top. So it will move at the top. Here you can see the movement of molecules have taken place. Now once this bottom layer of molecules have gone up, in order to take its place, the next layer of water molecules will come down, will again absorb heat, and again will go top, move to the top. This way, one by one, each layer of molecules will come down to take the place of the older molecules, will become hot and will rise. So gradually this rising of the hot molecules results into the heating of the entire water molecules, and we find that water finally has become hot. So it is not a method of conduction, because we can see in this method the molecules themselves are moving, which take place only by the method of convection. And by this method, liquid and gas both can transfer the heat energy. Thank you.